And we're back! You know what game this is, and you know who we are, but for the sake of tradition, welcome back to Let's Play the Crystal Bears. I'm Turbo C.
I'm Zidmaster Bullshit, and...
I'm Daryl Hall.
Yes. And so, last time, once again, to recap, basically all that happened was we fixed a train, basically. Just put a new engine in. Or actually, we didn't even do that. We just convinced two grown men to stop bickering and put the engine in. And so right now we just need to do some shopping. Well, actually not even shopping. I'm just trying to get the right Moogle. I'm gonna make some, what are they called? Accessories. Just to boost some stats.
So,
and I found out actually that the order that you put these things in actually does matter. It'll give you different different effects based on what you do.
So what does the luck stat do? I can vaguely tell what attack, defense, focus, and range are, but I'm not sure if there's like any. I haven't seen anything that requires a random number generator, so I'm not sure how luck is reflected.
I'm not really sure, but if I were to guess, I would say luck would be like if you're kicking open a chest or something like that. You always get like some random amount of money. So if you have good luck, you'll probably get more. Just a bunch of stuff like that.
Yeah. I noticed that we saw a portrait of the king, so there's like one little bit of world building.
Yeah, the king. If just to recap, I guess the king is currently sick, and what's her face? Princess Altea. She's oh yeah, you can see on the right here. I can repel insect eggs.
That's an oddly specific attribute.
When did... Oh, well, because we're playing Advanced D&D, his weapon is also +1 or +3 against bears.
But yeah, we get to go back to the king. That will... We actually get to see what's going on with the king, obviously, because they mentioned it a few times. But that's not going to be for a little bit. Quite a while. So now we just get to ride the train now.
Well, while we're riding the train, I want to like talk about the story so far, because we do this, we come back, we have some.
Oh wait, hold on a second. Apparently Sid's the guy that did the scarecrow in the last episode. You remember that laser flying thing,
my
right?
god, that explains a lot.
Yes.
Oh, there's Bahamut. Oh, there's two Bahamuts.
There's three actually. Called Bot Pilgrim.
Quick, throw him off the train or he'll haunt you for the rest of the game.
Sorry, what were you saying before?
Oh, I just... since we always like have these big jumps between updates, I want to talk about what we have in the story so far. Goldenrod wants to make a big crystal bigger, and she did that by absorbing like power from other crystals.
Stealing some crystals from the airship.
Sid wants to use a steam engine because for some reason crystal engines aren't good for nature. We're never shown that, but okay. And he wants to test it on one of Vigali's trains.
Which we're doing right now.
Vigali hates the military. That's really all I know about him. And our friend Kais, who we were working with and was our partner and best friend, is now working with the military for some reason.
Right. Kais, he wants more social status, I guess, is what he's going for. I mean, he's still friends with us. It's not like he betrayed us to go with the military, despite Leo being a wanted criminal and all. But it's just like this weird shift, and when I first played the game, I was like, what purpose does this have? And there really isn't any.
Well, my point was, that's all that's happened in this game so far.
Right.
I have caught you up on the story.
Yes.
Right.
And I guess to go back to the train for a second, you saw we had like 1 minute to do whatever we wanted and there really wasn't much to do. You can just open the chest and talk to the jewelry shop. And if you didn't want to spend the entire minute just dicking around on the train, you could just talk to the railway conductor and he'd just skip that for you.
Oh, hey, another one of those little garden things.
Yeah, and I just thought, apparently we're doing a competition for this, so I just decided to make some random crap real quick. Just stick some driftwood from the river in a square, and throw a tree there. Hooray, we're done. I didn't feel like being quote-unquote creative and drawing a penis or anything.
Oh.
But, basically, you can see that we got a reward for doing that because it was the competition, I guess, and we won that. The few times I've done it, I think all it is you just stick down at least, like, 3 different things, and you'll win. There's no, like, actual judgment. I don't know.
Also, this guy's kind of a dick. Like, he says, hey, you want to go fishing, and doesn't even give you a rod.
Yeah, he's like, good luck. But...
Joe
and Lael's
Guppy.
pretty good at pulling these fish through the bridge.
Well, if you hit them with the
But-
bridge on their way up, they don't flop around as much because they're dead.
Right. So this one's like the other one we did before, except you can see there's a bigger Joker fish in there. I don't think the bigger fish give you anything really. They're, I guess, easier targets. There's a trout over here. But, I don't know. You don't really get anything for doing this. I still am not really sure. I mean, you get something for doing it, but... Plus, that guy's really shitty.
Not too
for
shabby
having...
for a youngin', huh? I didn't catch any fish. Well, fuck you guys.
Yeah, he's awful.
I will admit, I do like the whole. I like what, well, majority of what we're seeing here. The stupid canyon tunnels I don't get, but the whole autumn area, it's pretty nicely designed so far.
Yeah, this is actually like one of my favorite areas in the game, just because it's pretty. It's nice little. I mean, I don't really know how to describe it, but it feels a lot different from what you're used to, and in a way, it feels a lot closer to like the older games, where it's more rural and just more open and more naturally, I guess. Also, they didn't do any rendering for the water.
Hot springs.
This is always my
I-
favorite episode of anime.
Mine too. Does Lael have a bathing suit you can put on?
He did actually when we went to the butt bounce.
Oh yeah. No, it wasn't the butt bounce. It was the Selkie tribe, I think.
Yeah, but he still had it on when we went there. I think. I don't really remember.
So, the Bahamut kid that was at the butt bounce, have we run back into him yet?
There was a what? Bahamut was at the butt
He's the one who
bounce?
stole the thing, or attempted to steal from What's-Her-Face's purse.
Right. I don't remember if we've seen him for a while at least. I know. Well, I can tell you that we're going to find out who that is soon.
Cool. Is he our first other crystal bearer?
Well, Goldenrod's a crystal bearer, so that one's actually our first one.
Ah, okay. I mean, we were told that crystal bearers are apparently some constant menace to society, and so far we only have Lael, who, well, a massive douchebag, and a self-hating crystal bearer. Not really that much of a menace.
Yeah, he's more just incompetent than anything. Because you came out of nowhere.
As is his right.
You gotta hand it to Vigali. His information is always accurate.
Alright, and
Crystal
Vigal
Isle
is the
was
one
what
that told us
he
to
was after,
come up
so
here.
I guess it's somewhere here.
So this is
We can
the...
ask directly when we catch up.
They're looking for the third and final crystal idol here.
Yeah, I think it's the
Because
third.
What's-Her-Face still has the second one.
Yeah, I think that's what we're doing up here. So, I was actually intending to do some grinding before this episode because I remember when I was first playing this game, this was one of the hardest fights I did. You can see that sword slash right there took off half my health.
Wait, this guy just looks like a mook though. He's a mini boss or something.
He is.
Well,
he is the samurai. He has mastered the
it's
way of the Bushido.
it's just a random or a normal type of encounter. You don't get anything extra or special from it, but it's just interesting in that there's only one monster you have to fight, and he's a real heavy hitter. So, it's actually a kind of fun one to fight because you can hit him out of things, and he's the first that's you can't just toss him around to do some damage because he'll trip over himself, but he won't actually get damage.
It's because he has mastered the way of the rolling palm.
And I almost forgot to get the Myrrh fragment. That's actually a pretty cool sky. And
What?
rendered actually pretty nice.
Where did those...
They just appear out of nowhere.
They're probably Selkies.
Oh, they got rid of it.
I really wish that was a picture of your masterpiece right there.
And this is actually kind of interesting because I didn't know that these two hallways existed. Like, this is my third time playing through the game. You know, the first time playing through, and then I did some practice runs. And this was the third time that I even noticed those things on the side. I mean, it's just some... not anything interesting, it's just some guards standing around doing nothing, ignoring the wanted criminal. But I mean, I guess it's just nice because having some exploration is...
Always fun.
Yeah, it's nice, especially given the last two or three episodes where literally just walk between these 2 points. Nothing special.
So, Goldenrod just ran by all these people, right?
Right. And, actually, this person right here, they're called, Chime. And, this is a reference to, I guess, either the first or both of the WiiWare games, Crystal Chronicles, My Life as King, and
My Life as
a Dark Lord. Chime is sort of like the Stiltskin of the first game, I think, and just sort of tells you how the game is played, gives you suggestions, I think. I haven't played the game yet, so I'm pretty sure that's the role she plays. And those games, I think, are, they're tower defense games, so they're kind of... You need someone to tell you what to do, otherwise you're just going to keep failing over and over if you don't know what you're doing.
That hole was not made for you. It is not your hole.
Durr.
Yeah, I was recently playing through Final Fantasy IX to get some screenshots to test some stuff out for something I'll be posting in the thread later. I realized both Stiltskin and the one purple Moogle both first appear in 9. Arteminicon, or whatever his name is?
Artemisian, something like that.
He's actually, there's a huge side quest in 9 where the Moogle mail system's like out of ink, so nothing can, like, they can't like deliver mail. So basically, you deliver mail from one Moogle to the other, whoever he asks.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you get mail in the Mognet for you. Essentially, Arteminicon had taken some of the ink that they used to print stuff on, and because it makes his fur all shiny, he just rubbed it all over himself.
That's kind of interesting because I assumed they first appeared in Crystal Chronicles. Stiltskin played sort of the same role, tells you what to do, and Artemisian was just sort of a named NPC that was part of the thieving group of travelers, basically. So, I think 9 came out first, so that's...
Oh yeah, it was on the PS1. It would have come out before the GameCube games.
Yeah, so that's interesting because Crystal Chronicles usually tried to stay away from the normal Final Fantasy stuff.
You can't keep away from 9.
Because there weren't even, like, chocobos in that game. So... So we went from autumn to winter really quick.
The land of Everwinter. The dreaded Lich King sits on his frozen throne.
So we got some more enemies up here, the Fenrir Wolf, which is actually a kind of interesting enemy in that once you throw them, they don't actually take damage, but even worse, they attack you. And I didn't learn my first time, apparently.
Whoa, what the fuck is that eye?
This monster design,
Kind of all over the place. So these are RNN. They're a little interesting in that if they're damaged, their eyes go red and they shoot lasers. So if you hold them above your head when they're shooting lasers, they can actually do some heavy damage to the other enemies.
you're ready to get your ass kicked.
It's actually kind of an interesting mechanic, like using the enemies against each other.
Yeah, I'll give Crystal Bear some credit for that, because that's actually a way to keep things sort of interesting. And you can see right there, if our reticle was red for a second there. That's just what happens when you're on 1 health.
It actually kind of reminds me of Kirby 64, where you could do that with an enemy that had like a special property. Like most of the enemies had special properties when you held them over your head. Some of them would shoot for you. Parasol guys would work like Parasol power in previous games.
And I died here totally to show off what it looks like when you're dead. Totally intentional. Don't worry. And I had another fight, right after this, and I sort of left this in to just show you a little bit how frustrating this game is. Because we have just this one enemy left. And you'll see what happens in a few, I guess. So, yeah, I guess the enemies, they get a little trickier now that we're here, because if you, if you throw them against the wall, they don't get damage, instead they stay there. Oh, and I just defeated the last enemy, but apparently they time out, so... Fuck you too, Crystal Bears. Just wasted like 10 minutes on that fight. Whatever. Oh, and there's more fishing over there, but we did enough of that for 1 episode.
Should have thrown his bait in that ice fishing hole.
I saved your friend, thanks. If you let that friend, that old man out, that person gives you money. So I didn't knock the money out of him, basically.
Not this time.
No. And so we got a little bit more places we can explore in this area, which I think is nice. And I just sort of like this area because you got people ice skating around it. I mean, it just sort of feels nice. I wish, I could talk to these people, find out what their stories were, but it's nice to just see, NPCs acting normal, I guess. And not always running into you in a crowded city on a train or something like that.
I finally figured out which Final Fantasy game the world of Crystal Bears reminds me of.
What's that?
Legends. The crabby,
Legends?
No, Mystic Quest, not Legends. Legends was the Game Boy ones. The American-made Super Nintendo one, Mystic Quest.
And I don't know that.
It was American-made. It was super duper easy. It had it played nothing like any other Final Fantasy game. It was some weird kind of. It had some random encounter combat, but it was more. I want to say puzzle solving, but the only puzzles you really got were use X item to advance here. And it was essentially made for children. So the whole world was basically this here's the desert area, and right next to it's the snow area. Then you've got the fire world and the mountain area. Which is really what this game is.
It really is. You know, except instead of the desert area, I guess we get the trans-dimensional area. So, I just changed the logo on Lil's shirt. This is the Lunar Festival symbol. That was one of the ones that someone suggested. I think this was the one that they said that it might be a Rings of Fate reference. I don't know, I haven't played that game yet, so...
Was it the one that was on DS?
Let me know. It was on the DS. That was the one that was purely DS.
I think I played that one. That was pretty bad, in my opinion.
I picked up a copy of one of the ones. I think it was the Somethings of Time, and is that a...
Echoes of Time, I've heard sort of mixed things about that. I also heard mixed things about, Rings of Fate. Echoes of Time was, DS along with, Wii.
Yeah, that's the one I got.
So you could do either
There's
one.
like some connectivity stuff.
Right.
Also, is that a behemoth?
That is a King Behemoth,
So we are
actually.
in the last dungeon then.
I don't know.
Because King Behemoth... Oh, there's the normal behemoth. Okay.
Oh, that's... okay. Huh. So this guy's sort of a tough fight. You can... Oh,
Whoa.
shit, what?!
Yeah, welcome to King Behemoth, man.
Do that again.
I like you're still a technical thing for the enemy, so even if you're dead, they see you coming. And they try to attack you. That's pretty cool.
And this is what happens if you try and lift that thing. No way.
The game's just
So
like
that-
throwing you a bunch of new fighting, like, mechanics all at once.
Yeah, they are.
That's like...
And it's actually kind of interesting trying to figure out how to fight the King Behemoth, because obviously he's the hardest one. But you can't do like what... Well, you can do what you normally do, just throw a bunch of random crap at it, but damage is not that good. So you can notice on his hammer, club, there's sort of like a flat area, so I think you can probably jump up on there. I was trying to do that earlier, but I couldn't.
It's like a giant corn
You
dog.
get up on the high
And
edge.
you got Giga Flare. Or, no, I guess this
Yes.
is technically Meteor.
Yeah, so then you can pick up the meteors and throw them at him, or meteorites, sorry. And those do the damage
And completely
that you want to
trivialize
do.
the whole fight. Trivialize it.
Look, those are Meteor.
Well, unfortunately, if you do it like the normal way, I guess, then you that takes a long time. You can't really finish it in time. But like I was saying before, there's like a platform on his club, so I think like if you, I've never actually been able to do this, but I think if he swings it, you can like get up on the Hydra's back and do damage. But I don't know. Maybe someone else who's played this game can correct my thinking on that. Or something.
Now,
You're implying that anybody else played this game.
was that behemoth killed by the other behemoth's flare, or was that like the claymore that you had thrown earlier? There was too much crap going on, I could not tell.
The King Behemoth did a meteor attack, and then
No, not the king one, the two small behemoths you were fighting just then.
Oh, I did right there just some chain throwing into enemies, knocked one into the ground, and then threw that one into another one, which knocked it off the ground, etc., etc. So I think I threw like a claymore into a behemoth, into a goblin, bunch of crap.
So now, does the timer continue after you kill all the enemies?
I mean, apparently it does, because I killed the one dog and then it ended.
Well, see, I thought that was more like you killed the dog at the same time the timer ended, so it was just like, nah, bro, doesn't count anymore.
Maybe. But yeah, I would suspect that the timer continues after you've done that.
Well, you know, so far the combat seems to have gotten a little bit better, but just it's a little bit too little too late, because
Birds are assholes.
Birds are assholes.
all these enemies are doing new things, but you're
Yeah,
still doing
throw its
the
young at
same
it.
thing.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do with it.
You brought this into this world, and now it'll bring you out of it.
So yeah, I wasn't really sure what to do with these things, so I'm just sort of messing around.
You were supposed to sit on the egg, bro.
Oh, the omelet I could make out of that.
Oh my god, did you see how adorable that rescue dog was?
It was very angry at me though, or at least it was on fire. One of the two.
Well, have you ever seen a happy dog on fire?
Point taken. Also, this is one of the things that you would like throw at an enemy. Fireworks. Are kind of a nice effect.
Man, chocobo eggs are pretty durable. No wonder they're such a prosperous species in this universe.
Mm. So I guess with every good thing that Crystal Bears does, there's like 12 things that are bad, because this area is not as pretty as the ones earlier.
Well, it's because it's ice textures and snow, and
It's just white everywhere.
there's no game that does ice textures good. Like, I can't.
Well, I mean, I can sort of understand that. I'm more angry about the well, you can't see it now, but the sky is ooh.
You are now its mother. Oh my! Oh, I thought your
How did
chocobo
you?
had eaten it. Oh.
Whoa,
I was trying to.
those things are adorable.
Alright, into the rocks. But yeah, the fog, it gets outside there, it just looks kind of really awful, if you were to ask me.
I mean, if they at least made it so, like, you put footprints in the snow, I think it'd be a little bit better. Instead of just making the ground completely white.
Yeah, I mean, they showed us with, like, the city, Alphateria, I think its name is, that they can render some stuff pretty well, but oh shit!
Wherever you go, that chocobo will find you.
Into the distance with you.
This episode brought to you by Pito. Apparently the game didn't like that.
It did not, and I'm not doing that fight again. Fuck that.
I don't see what the big deal is. It's a black chocobo. It can fly.
It flew pretty far too. Is that what they do in games? Those are the ones that can like actually fly.
Yes. Like, well, in the first one, correct me wrong. The first time black chocobos appeared was 4. I think I'm probably wrong there. It might have been 2, but it was 4, and they flew. Also, I missed comments on it, but you could see that save crystal like rendered like a mile away.
Yeah, it's just the game's not that. That's not a good area of good art decisions.
And here's the Ice Temple from Twilight Princess.
And my favorite character, Male Moogle.
I got him!
Let go!
So, you can shapeshift
Oh
into
my
other
god.
forms. Clever.
Oh
but
my
you're not gonna
god.
fool us.
It's Dan Green.
Kais, let him go.
It's Dan Green.
Huh?
Making those grunts, yes. That's kind of cool.
Man,
Oh,
what's
now I'm
this?
gonna be late for the suicide pack.
We'll just have to check them one by one.
Please tell me that Dan Green is the Bahamut we were looking for.
He's not.
Oh my
That
god.
was apparently Bahamut is dressed like a ton of other pilgrims. So what? Okay, I'll explain the mechanics in a sec. But what, like, where we are right now is just like the top of the mountains. Apparently this is sort of a pilgrimage that a bunch of Kovats like to go on. It's not really explained much, but I guess this is sort of like a religious thing because there's a
All right. Okay.
there's a place for like prayer that we'll see later. Holy shit.
Almost.
So yeah, this is, I guess, sort of a minigame, but it's, I wouldn't even call it a game. What it is you just gotta find people with hoods on and keep doing your telekinesis on them until you find the one which has Goldenrod under it.
So, why are the other monks that you're assaulting right now running away from you? Besides the fact that you're just taking off their hoods. Is it against?
I'm not really
against their
sure,
religion?
and Kais is not helping much.
Also, I like that when you take off her hood, her model actually changes. If you look closer right there, it teleported her model in.
Yeah,
It's-
I saw that.
Because she's actually like 6 feet tall, you should be able to spot her fairly easily.
I'm wondering if it's just one of those, like, the last person you choose things. Because it seems like that
I'm-
to me.
It does sort of seem like that. I haven't been paying attention to which one I'm doing and how many are left. But this sort of really annoys me because this is not fun. And okay, thanks for the shot of the ground. But this isn't good. It's almost, let's show off how finicky our controls can be, because, well, the camera obviously is going wonky. But there's just going to be a million people, and you're never going to, in one little spot, and you're never going to get the target that you actually want to get. And here I am, well, getting this chest, but also there's one more, and I'm trying to find it, and there they are.
The treasure was not buried, by the way.
I'm not very attentive. Oh my god, Turbo, you're looking right at her. You goddamn idiot.
Okay, but pay attention. Watch that person's model next time. Seriously. It's so dumb.
I'm
so dumb.
not paying attention. Yeah. Kais, whoa, Kais!
But it's Kais's fault because he's clearly trying to attack those people, so it's obviously one of them. I mean,
Actually, they're probably running from Kai's, because he did assault that first monk we saw.
well, he is a selkie.
He did,
Girl.
he's trying to break
watch.
I'm sorry, I was blocking. Oh,
She's
dick!
taller than Leo in that shot. She was shorter than him before he took off the hood. Can Ukes like compress down?
I wonder which one it is.